Well, Steve, another season's upon us and pre-season is complete. With 4 games played, 2 wins, a draw and a loss. With 12 goals scored, how pleased are you overall with the performance of pre-season?
Yeah, pretty pleased. We've had a bit of a different approach this year with the fitness side of things. We've left that to the girls themselves. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the performances. Obviously, the West Dids result was our first run out. We had a very young keeper in goal, and that sort of dictated the scoreline there. But there was some pleasing aspects, and there was just minutes in the legs. Then after that, I thought we've gone on from strength to strength. Really, Chester was a really good performance and clean sheet. Obviously, winning against Bank Union Unity in the Super Cup at Gig Lane was an excellent performance, and I thought we got stronger as the game went on. And we swiftly followed that by another great win at Darwin, 4-1. On tired legs, and played some really good stuff, especially first half in that game. So, but finished off against a really strong Fed sides on Sunday, and deservedly got a draw in that as well, which so it's been really pleasing, and it's good to see the players starting to gel now, and hopefully we've got the timing right, ready for Sunday.
We've also made 4 signings as well in pre-season with Jess Battle, Shauna Jean, Paige Cullen, and most recently Libby Turkinson, as well as in addition to your staff in Chris Brown. What benefits and importance they're going to bring to the squad and the team this season?
Yeah, we've got a nice blend there. We've got obviously youth in Livy, who's joining us from Tranmere. She's only 18 years old, so she's one that we're looking to develop over time and give her as much minutes on the pitch as we possibly can to help that development. And then the other end of the scale, we've got Paige Cole, who's a seasoned tier 3 player, and has been out of the game for a year, but she has got real quality, and she's added some real experience to our team. Obviously, Jess and Shauna are no strangers to Stockport County. They've been here before when I first took over, so it's good to welcome them back, and they've come back with real fire in the belly to prove a point, which is great. And the emergence this pre-season of Abby Podmore as well has been an eye-opener for us. It's almost like a new signing as well in the midfield. So she's been outstanding in pre-season. The addition of Chris is excellent. So we're really pleased having Chris on board. He brings lots of new ideas, which is probably after 3.5 years something that you do need. You need a fresh voice and fresh ideas. So yeah, he's come on board, and he's developing them ideas with the players, and we're doing things that we haven't done over the 3 years. So yeah, it's all exciting, and hopefully we can, like I say, hit the ground running on Sunday and put everything into practice.
Are we like to see more incomings, or are you happy with the blend you've got at the minute?
Say again?
I would like to see more incomings this summer, or are you happy with the blend?
No, that's it. We're going to be a small squad this season, and yeah, that's all we're doing in that way, and I'm very pleased with what we've got. There's a couple who are on dual registrations elsewhere, but I'm very pleased with what we've got.
And moving forward, we've got our opening game of the new season this Sunday. What is the aim for this season on a whole?
For us, it's probably being realistic, being mid-table. Is a starting point. I'm not saying that that's the end goal, but that's certainly the starting point where we expect to be. And then obviously we want to do well in the FA Cup, which brings the revenue into the club. We want to do well in the League Cup or the League Plate, because that's changed format this season and goes into a group stage. So we've got some tough games in that, but we're looking forward to it. And obviously we want to win the Cheshire Cup. We are the holders, and we want to continue doing that, and then ultimately next season we want to be Super Cup champions again. So that's how our season sort of looks on paper. The safe mid-table position, like I say, is a starting point. That's the minimum standard that we expect. We spoke that with the players, and they say the same, that they expect to be higher than that. Last season was a struggle at times, but we ended up safe mid-table. So
yeah, and you mentioned some changes to the way the League Cup and the league are working this season. As you said, with PJ teams at a group stage in the League Cup, and also an introduction to a playoff. Second place in our league plays second place in the Midlands, as well as 7 subs on the bench moving forward. What are your thoughts on these changes? Positive?
Certainly the playoffs are positive. I think that's a real step in the right direction in women's football, because there's always something to play for then. If you get a runaway leader, then you're always fighting for second place. So having a playoff keeps that alive for the next 3 or 4 teams. Who can really keep pushing until the end of the season.
Yeah.
And I think this level of football, you should have playoffs anyway. To be fair, that's the way football is. Everyone loves playoffs at the end of the season. So yeah, that's a real positive step. The 7 subs, I think we're coming in line with other divisions. There's no consequence to me whether we have 7 or not. It just means that 2 would be disappointed every Sunday, but it gives us just better options, I suppose, off the bench. But it's by the by. I've got no good or bad to say about that. Really, it is what it is. So yeah.
And just finally, circling back to Sunday, William Shaw newly promoted, first time ever in the Women's National League. Bit of an unknown. What can we expect from them? Have you had much chance to have a look at them?
No, I know about them. Obviously, they've won back-to-back league titles. And congratulations for them on doing that. So they'll have plenty of momentum. But everyone knows them. Everyone knows each other. It's a local derby. Everyone's played against each other before. Most of that team were part of the FC United team from when they were in Tier 4 a couple of seasons ago. So, although the club itself is new to Tier 4, a lot of the players aren't strangers to Tier 4. A lot of the players used to play with Stockport County in Tier 4. So, it will be a battle. It will be blood and guts, because it's opening day of the season. They'll want to prove a point that they belong in this division, which they probably do, because they've got good Tier 4 players. We're an established Tier 4 team, and we want to obviously make sure that we make sure that we're showing that we're an established team. So yeah, I think it'll be a really good game. I think it'll be probably one of the games of the day, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I know James has tried to keep things quiet during his pre-season, which is good. But he knows what we've got, and we know what he's got, and it'll be a good competitive game, and maybe the best team come out on top. And it's game 1 to marathon, it's not a sprint, but everybody wants to win that first game, and specifically when it's a local derby.
Yeah.
And there's pride on the line. We're excited and we're looking forward to it.
Good luck this season, Steve. Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much.